all the spider webs and the giant spiders eating the peasants, that means less taxes for me. Welcome, travelers of the internet, to Brighthelm Recording. This is your host, Master Barkle, playing Pillars of Eternity. We're in the endless paths of Anu, level 12 right now, and we're going to keep on going down until we finally beat that Master Below, and hopefully be able to finally, own my castle that I earned rightfully from, killing Mayorwald and all that. So onwards.
Not a problem.
Here we go. Fat squirming larva bob in this green liquid. It's a Vithrak sentry over there.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Some crystal eater spiderlings. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
It's a good idea. So are we in like the spider caves with Vithrak everywhere? That's some big spiders.
Great.
Ooh, a diamond. Right of the untamed wild.
Hello?
So it's got this like bowl shape. I'm guessing here's like a main pathway to like a boss fight or something. Which seems a bit more direct. So there might be something around the flanks. Like maybe, oh, this is the weakness of the spiders. Gun or something. Alas, it turned into a vain hope. Okay. Let's carry on into this middle area here. A group of robed figures blocks passage. Their heads bear a fearsome resemblance to those of the spiders that infest these caverns. Their mandibles clacking in small, constant movements in the dim light of the caverns. Their round black eyes gleam like gems. They look up as you approach. You feel a peculiar, itchy sensation in your head, as if someone were running thin fingers through your thoughts. A muted sense of distress fills your mind, followed by a far louder screech of alarm from one of the robed creatures, as the creatures turn towards you and attack. Bump, bump. I can collect their brains. The large gelatinous brain of a Vithrak. Though the Vithrak are known to possess impressive powers of the mind, there is no obvious source for said power on the brain's wrinkled surface. I'm still collecting it. Pallegina, why are you so dumb?
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
Okay. Oh-ha. These guys are somewhat friendly, I suppose. Charek. You feel a scratching sensation in your head, followed by a sudden high-pitched ringing. Scattered images flash within your mind's eye. You see a mass of nests set against a cavern wall stretching up into the darkness. A vast network of webs. Somewhere far beneath the surface you see, too, the sentries you have recently slain, their bodies lying crumpled on the cavern floor. Where the images fade, you see another of the spider-faced creatures standing before you. It raises its clawed hands, you feel another twinge inside your skull, and then words emerge within your mind, in a voice wholly alien to your thought. The creature pauses, its fangs twitching. I think I pronounced all that correctly. Get out of my head, creature! We have nothing to talk about! There's an audible growl from the creature before you, but the voice in your head is calm. Idea tongue. Animal is first in many years. What? Animal is trespassing. It points a claw towards the path behind you. Kill defenders of nest. Animal is finished. Will speak. I'm not an animal. The creature regards you silently for a moment. Human animal. It corrects, simply. Well, okay, fine. I'll listen, I guess.
No trying.
The creature agrees, pleased.
Vithrak greet you. Welcome to nest.
Well, I'm glad we're so reasonable all of a sudden.
Yes, animal is not needing to fight. Vithrak greet you. Welcome to nest. Animal is keeping peace.
Tell me about the master of this place, Adnua. The Vithrak runs a talon along one of its fangs, thinking.
Eric Narak Adnua. Name bleeds through walls, but Vithrak do not know face, voice. Vithrak see great works, see statue, yes? Master of many things, master of Adra, of many voices trapped in stone.
The Vithrak points back towards the rest of the caverns.
Of things below. Much to admire.
So it is Adnua? Or is it not Adnua? What is this right here? Is that, like, sacrificial pit of runic blood or something? Tell me about the Vithrak. Excuse me. The Vithrak looks at you for a moment, then down at itself. Back.
What is human animal? Vithrak people see what others do not. See light inside dull shell.
It points at you.
See great and burning light.
That's because I'm a watcher.
Vithrak speak without voices, and in many hundreds of souls in great city. Stravak Narith is great colony. A great journey. Animal would walk long time to reach it.
What's the colony like, huh?
Great light in darkness.
The Vithrak's voice seems somber for all its peculiarly ethereal quality. Many hearts live... My bad.
Many hearts, lives together, building.
The Vithrak bows its head.
Someday we return.
Return? Oh, right. Return to Sistar... whatever that city was. What are you doing here, exactly?
Vithrak searching, seeking knowledge for home, for colony. Sitrafak Narith, far away. Long time we have searched. We grew sick with memory of home. Made nests, made new home, and found what we seek. Master of this place.
The Vithrak gestures at the walls around you.
Grew Adra, not cutting, breaking, growing, shaping. If Vithrak could find secret. Making great works. Statue, machines, Vithrak could weave silk and Adra both. Our nests become stronger. Colony becomes stronger. All of us weaving great works.
You feel a sudden melancholy from the Vithrak.
We are close. Finding machines, crystals, but finding Adra men too. In place below, have lost many. Too many.
It regards you with sudden interest.
Human animal is strong. Defeated other animals. Killed guards. Could help Vithrak.
So you want to grow the colony bigger. Are you guys just going to stay down here underground? Because then, I wouldn't care so much. But if you guys, decide to grow up and into my keep, all the spider webs and the giant spiders eating the peasants, that means less taxes for me. Unless you guys are going to be paying taxes. I don't know that... What exactly are you looking for?
Things for study. Things of Adra. All in the ruins below. Must see how Adnua makes Adra men. Adra shells. Yes? Animal does not need to kill Adra men. Just need shell. Also needing part from machine. Part like a heart of the machine. Adra and shining metal.
The Vithrak thinks a moment.
Last piece is Adra. Not the Adra from walls. Is different. Pure. Hard to find. Charek is hoping here is some below. If human animal brings these things, Vithrak owe animal great debt. Will help colony. Help us. Can go home after so long waiting. For this great thing, Charek would reward animal.
Oh, okay. So you want to go back to your city home, and you need these machinery and technology so that you can go back there and then expand from there. Okay. Then we probably have less of a problem than I thought we may have. Yeah, sure. I'll think about it in the meantime. What language were you speaking before? Because I don't recognize that. Alright, fine. I'll be on my way. Creature stares at you, unblinking for a few long moments.
Good, you hear. Then Vithrak with swift journey.
It takes a step back and the ringing in your head fades. Alrighty. Well, nice spider. Good spider. A small spider huddles in the back of this nest. It hisses. 8 glittering eyes look out at you. Ripple sponge. Well, alrighty. What's up, Creevy? The Vithrak studies you alertly as you approach. Its dark eyes gleaming, its voice in your mind is pleasantly melodic.
Idea tongue is welcome. Creevy happy to see. Many new things here.
It points a claw towards the cavern wall.
Many crystals.
It adds, excited. You like shiny objects? Me too. Me too. It tilts its head.
Yes, is shining. Much light. Many colors. In veins of world is going down the heart,
Creevy thinks. So, how's your rock collection? Right? I got a pretty cool rock collection right here. I also got the clickety-clack of the dice, too. Do you know anything about the master below?
Creevy knows many things, but not any master. Is asking Charek?
It points a claw towards its leader, and then folds its hands primly. What are you doing?
The Vithrak...
The Vithrak raises a clawed finger to scratch lightly at one of the Adra formations growing along the wall.
Is studying Escavavar. Adra. How growing, shaping, using in Stravik Narith. Adra not growing. Creevy will learn secret. Creevy also hunting supplies. Is helping. Is searching caves in south.
The Vithrak points.
Is taking her time.
It adds with a hint of reproach.
Is going alone too. Creevy is not liking.
Where did he sit go?
Going south to search cave there. Took spiders to guard. Creevy worries a little, but cannot stop to search. Is helping colony.
Okay. Is there anything else? No? Okay. Very well.
Well. Yes, farewell, idea tongue.
Alright. What's this you got here? Adra coats these cavern walls like moss. It is strangely warm to the touch. Warm because of all the souls flowing within. Even at a distance, these bottles and jars exude strange odors. Small, grotesque items float in the murky liquid. Is that what they are? They're like tables.
Spider tables.
So how do I go south, huh? Oh. I can just walk across the webs. I didn't think to do that.
Great.
Get out of the way, Tunk.
Not a problem.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea. which is not very likely.
I doubt they would lay traps on the webs. But I'm just being safe. Extra safe.
Something over there.
Ah.
Be cautious. Be constant.
Okay. Nothing else really in there.
The fire
Ah! Okay. Get out of there, Durds.
the fi-
Get out of there,
fire shows
Cypher.
me- Shh.
That's a good deal of money. These remains are old and brittle, and the scattered fragments along the cavern floor suggest they were dragged here. Okay. Don't really think there's much else other than obviously the next level. Castoric. You feel a sharp and sudden pain in your head, immediately followed by a harsh and alien voice.
Nej, human. Idea was die.
The creature makes a peculiar clacking sound before its voice speaks in your mind once more.
I name it trespasser, killer, lingerer in the bright places. Where is it going?
You speak a little better than your leader.
It insults us. I will tear the memory of this place.
From its...
It speaks to our leader. It visits the nest.
You feel an echo of the Vithrak's alarm in your head.
To what purpose?
Well, you guys wanted some Audra samples.
Charek asks this?
Vithrak hisses quietly.
Of this?
You feel a muted wave of thwarted anger.
Go then. The Adra men will crush it like a squirming hare, and Charek will send us once more.
Did I ever encounter that what guy? What is it? Isric? Oh, let's go talk to him. Maybe I accidentally killed him. Well, I mean, accidentally. He attacked me first. Once more, the fluting voice of the Thithrak sounds in your mind.
Idea Tongue still welcome. Is needing something.
Yeah, I think I may have run into Isit. She attacked me without warning, and I was forced to defend myself.
Crivy sees.
For a moment, you feel a peculiar scratching sensation within your head, and then it is gone.
Crivy is sorry for Isit's actions. It is very strange Isit acting so many strange things in this place. Crivy is collecting many things while studying Adra. Not all stones alike, see?
Having pretty stones. I've just brain farted so mega. So mega.
Not all stones alike, yes. Having pretty stones. Take, please. Crivy, thanks, Idea Tongue. It's good to know.
Alright. Taandra Tara and Velun. Cool. Well, past those centuries. So we're now at level 13, and I still haven't found the feet of the Colossus.
And what does the flame reveal?
But I feel like we're getting closer. Let's go right. Hydra Animat.
Crave.
So we do have a spirit there.
Not a problem. Keeping an eye out.
It's a nice warhammer there. Let's talk to him, I guess. Come, help me here. The spirit holds his hands just above the shattered machine, poised as if to pull on some unseen component. Brace there, we will rid of this one. Each word seems to resolve itself in your mind in an instant after it's spoken, as you recall the Engwithan tongue. He waits a moment, evidently for someone to take up position. Pull hard, now! There! He sags back, wiping his brow. These machines. To think how many souls have felt their touch, and how many of those willing, I wonder. You're breaking the machines? It would go faster if we knew what enchantments were upon them. They might as easily be activated as destroyed. He grins a little. Don't worry. I knew what I was doing. Come. They've already started sealing the upper floors. We'll be the last out at this rate. Doiros means to work some spell upon that door. Use Ardnua's servants against him. So is that why all the Animats are active? How do they plan to use it against Ardnua, though? Because, like, they seem to just attack anything and everything. I guess that's what the spell is, to just make them frenzy, I guess. Door? I don't remember a big door. There must be 100 souls affixed to that stone. A punishment, no doubt. Perhaps they'll be pleased knowing that Ardnua goes wailing to the afterlife. Okay. So there's a big stone door, probably made of Audra, that is locked by souls? Interesting. What kind of spell? He cannot unmake the door entirely, but he can change its purpose. The oath, you see. If Ardnua's servants are pledged to his defense, then we shall pledge ourselves to his destruction. Alrighty. The man gives you a fierce grin, turning away, and from one step to another, he has faded, only to appear once more beside the machine. He's stuck in a loop, I guess. He's pledged himself to the destruction of Ardnua. So Ardnua's still here. Because he's still here. At least that's how I would presume it works. I could be mistaken.
Be cautious.
But it
Be
makes sense
constant.
as to why there's a master below. Ardnua, I'm coming for you. Looks as if a battle took place here. A battle's about to take place here. We got 2 banshees and animats. Ooh, camping supplies, sapphire. Alrighty-o. Adraban. Is that the pure stone that the Vithrak are after?
The spoiler faces.
It's probably a bit racist saying that.
See now what the flame has shown us? Let's see what lies this way.
Just a tad too late for Pallegina. And there's another one, which makes me think that's one too. Go get it, Durance. Or not, I guess. Madero will get it. Or not. Okay.
Quick and quiet.
Well, we got them all. Gleaming Audra fragment. What's up there, spirit? This hazy figure is tall and heavily built, and its shifting, indistinct face is turned toward the floor, as if it were deep in thought. You hear a faint murmuring, in the rolling cadence of prayer. From time to time, the spirit seems to sway in place, As you approach, the spirit raises his voice, and you recognize the familiar sounds of the Ingwithan tongue. And no more shall souls splinter upon the wheel. Hear me, great father, I am pledged against your foes, and the greatest of these is death. The spirit turns its face toward you in a swift motion. For a moment, its features blur, and then resolve to what appears to be a man's visage. Its eyes fixed upon you. You are late. Late for what? The spirit turns his face away. They will be here soon, to cast us down, to unmake our work. It is nearly too late. Our work? He nods. If they knew, perhaps they would understand. If they heard the sisters speak in foreign lands, they leave their madmen to suffer alone, or else cast these same out from their sight. Meanwhile, we have carved ourselves like smooth stones, polished the virtues within us while flensing away the weakness. Is that not just? Is that not kinder than anything that came before? He shifts, standing straighter. Are you ready? He raises his hand, and you think you see the glint of metal, though a second glance reveals nothing. They have placed your crest upon the animat, alongside my own. You're going to sacrifice yourself to become an animat? He shakes his head. Those of faith remain, and we are the children of the wheel. Death is not for us. The spirit's gaze slides away from you as you depart. Even as you move away, he reaches out an arm for someone else, smiling. So death will not claim these spirits. Interesting. Here's some more wailing. Yeah. It's a good thing you guys allow me to know of your presence.
You bet.
There's another spirit way over here. Adra has grown into the crevices of these weathered shelves like fungus, pushing past stone and copper. So why is the Adra growing? Is it growing because of the presence of souls and life? Like, our souls the food that then gets recycled, so to say? Like, you know how like a tree takes in carbon dioxide and then puts out oxygen? Is like the same thing sort of happening with Adra, where it takes in, dead souls and then livens them up? Is that why the Adra is growing? Because if that's the case, that's pretty cool. A hazy form stands before you. From time to time, the blurring features resolve into what you take to be an elven man. I can't do this anymore. How am I going to explain? How can we possibly give him what he wants? The spirit speaks in quick, hushed bursts of Ingwitha, and shakes his head as if to answer his own questions. He's going to kill me. He's killed so many. Why should he stop here? Who are you? He has brought so many people down here. I hear such terrible things from the upper floors. Even here, these constructs. I cannot sleep. His voice lowers. I think sometimes that I will wake and find myself inside one of these animats. Will I even know? Will it not be like walking one day to find myself blind and mute? Waking one day? Well, what does he want? The figure paces a few steps, raising his hands to his temples. What we cannot give him. Even after all this time, there is so much we do not know. He wants his son, the boy he knew, whole and preserved, returned to him. Returned. So Anua's son is dead. Or died. And he's doing everything he can to bring it back. Alright? But people, souls, they don't always remember. Who's to say his son will remember being his son at all? Remember his father's face? I have seen mothers forget their children. So is that why all the Adra is growing? Is Anua cultivating Adra somehow by bringing in people, killing them, and then reviving them with new souls until he just cycles through enough that he finds his own son. What are you doing here? I'm hiding. I passed by one of the machines and I suddenly... I couldn't breathe. I was thinking about the work we've done, the things we've seen, how even small deeds can scar the soul. Is mine so ragged? Will Odd Nua's son be grateful when we have torn him from his rest? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Like, maybe there's a refinement process that might get skipped or something, and, you know, all the negative traits will be present as opposed to some positive stuff. How could you do all this? I didn't think it would go so far. I didn't know. Oddnua is our liege lord. How can I refuse him? He looks up startled, looking past you. No, I'm not. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm only frightened. I'm sorry. Don't tell anyone, please. Are you still loyal to Oddnua? Of course, I'm a devoted servant. His voice goes high with terror. I didn't mean... please, I never meant that I would ever renounce my oaths. Do you know the way past the speaking door? Voice correct. I know the oath, of course. We speak it every day. I am servant to Oddnua. My sword arm is pledged against his enemies. My soul is sworn to his purpose. Sworn. He curls in on himself, crying.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
I am servant to Oddnua. My sword arm is pledged against his enemies. My soul is sworn to his purpose. Sworn. It didn't work. Maybe there's another door. Maybe it's for the best it didn't work. I do want to whoop that guy's patoot.
Now this
Wah!
I haven't seen before.
Crap. There, you know what to do. Is that all? Is that all of them?
Hello.
Alrighty.
Hello.
So that's that main
Something
hall.
over there.
Wait, there. I walked over that though. What? Alrighty. Nina Gulf's freezing pillar. Oh, there's a banshee over there.
Laying low.
What have we over here?
This I haven't seen before.
Can you disarm that one? Nope. Oh wait, you did disarm it. Okay. What? Disarm it. You're lucky Tunk is the one who stepped on it. Alright? So it looks just like treasure.
Just say the word.
So I'm just gonna walk on ahead to the broken machine and get a part, okay? Alrighty. Diamond. Some Adra animate. Oh. Hello? The spirit stands stiffly at attention, her gaze focused on the end of the hallway. One arm bears up a heavy round shield, though the rippling blur of soul energy obscures what lies upon it. Speaking with him. Hello? Her head turns a little. They've passed the Blight Forges. If the Overseers live, we may stop them yet in the chambers beneath. She snorts. If Kabiros and his pack of scheming wizards haven't betrayed us, the mob may be on us soon. Better to make peace with whatever god will have you. She pauses, looking at you. Are you afraid? Afraid of what? Indeed, what's to fear at all? She looks away from you. Our own people turn against us. What remains if we are victorious? Who will feed the machines then? Feed the machines? I don't like the sound of that with everything else that's going on in this context. I do not fear the battle. I fear what will become of our Lord. Once we are victorious, what further madness the children of the wheel will pour into his ears. Perhaps he would stop once his son is returned to him. But will they let him? Children of the wheel. While Oddlua contents himself with his titan, they dig after the very heart of heaven. Madness, all of it. And yet Oddlua holds them close at his side. So there's a cult of Bareth, huh? Okay. None of this would have happened if not for them. They have driven our great lord from grief and into madness, pushed him into these deeds. She pauses. He was a great king. Perhaps he will be again. Come, we'll rally the defenses at the steps. Funnel them into our blades with the animats beside us. They won't stand up. The spirit gasps, wordlessly, mouth agape. She gropes for something at her back, unseen, and takes a listing step sideways, away from you. Her eyes wide gaze into yours. You trade. Her legs buckle as she follows the misty lights which form her shape thin and scatter. Okay.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
So there's a lot of treachery going on at the same time. Don't you come in here. Excuse me. Rubies.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
More machinery.
Nothing will slip past me.
What have we here? These strange mechanisms have cracks in several places, and some components appear to have been dismantled. There's no clear means of activating them. Okay. Oh, Ruby, Ruby, Ruby! Ah! Beetles now, huh? You sending beetles at me? Oh, he's all electrified. I didn't know they could do that. More rubies!
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
So many rubies. What's this? That doesn't look like a chest. That looks like cracked adamant armor. And here's the shell. Convenient. Audra shell. I presume for the Vithrak. Aha, we can return to Charek now. But do we want to? Because there can't be that much more else here. And this might be the last level, in which case I would have been proven correct. A large, ornate Engwithan door stands before you. To either side rests large crystals, glowing with a faint light. You feel a peculiar change in the air, as if some presence were nearby. Yet there is nobody to be seen. You hear a whisper emerging as from thin air from the general direction of the door. It grows in both volume and number. Many voices speaking quietly. In moments it has become a chaotic hiss of voices, each vying to be heard. But as you listen, the voices begin to settle into a cadence, and then into words, a phrase spoken by many at once. Beneath stone and weight of years rests one who would slay death. Who comes to wake him? I am servant to Ardnua. My sword arm is pledged against his enemies. My soul is sworn to his purpose. You feel a peculiar chill in the air, and the voices grow sharp and terse. Here pass no traitors. You are struck by a sudden lashing arc of energy from the door. It is sharp, piercing pain, but after a few moments, only the memory of it lingers. The voices quiet and fade, leaving you alone. Well, that was mean. You just fatigued me. Well, I ain't backing down so easy. Once more, the buzzing swarm of discordant voices rise around you. As one, they speak. Beneath stone and weight of years rests one who would slay death. Who comes to wake him? I am Rollen Tallstag, rightful lord of Karnua. The voices whisper and murmur, and then fade, so swiftly and suddenly that the silence that follows is jarring. Nothing follows. It seems you have been dismissed. Well, come on, I just wanted there. Who comes to wake him? Why would that be a lie? I am enemy to Ardnua. My sword arm is pledged against his followers. My soul is sworn to this purpose. Oh, right, yeah, because they reversed the spell on the door. So it was the oath, but now you have to swear against them. Right. The voices seem to draw in breath. You hear the rumble of stone. And the door slides open. The crystals to either side of it dim, and with the light go the voices, fading first into murmuring whispers, and then silence. The path is clear. You have done it! We shall be the first to step beyond these doors in an age.
Keeping an eye out.
Which means there must be traps. Watch out for them. Whoa, that's a big boy. Get him up! Why do you go for the cipher? Leave her alone.
You know, I fight better after a nap.
Yeah, I feel you after that one. Jeez. Edge of reason. Of course.
Not a problem.
It's always the fanatics that call themselves the reasonable ones. So is there no way to get to that secret treasure? Well, let's rest first. And that's a good enough end for this episode right here, at the end of level 13. It would appear I am wrong in my guesstimate. It's been a while since we've seen the Titan. Is there any remnant of him here? No, I don't think so. Which is sad. I want to see him sometime, you know, maybe a Shin here or something. But anyways, we've went to the Vithrak and made a treacherous alliance with them, I guess. They want some awakened Adra, or Adra Ban is what it was. Pure stone and some parts of machinery, and they say, oh, we're going to use it and just go home. I'm still a little bit suspicious of that. Like, maybe they do want to become the master below or something. You know, whatever. And then we came here and uncovered treacherous plots against Ardnua and his throne here. As well as... there's just a lot of treachery all around here going on. What a treacherous thing to believe that a person is more than a person. This is Master Barkle from Brighthelm Recording, signing off.